Hello the beautiful people, welcome back to another exciting video with me, Rosalia Shiweva, and today I'm back with a feedback video from my previous video that I shared online. I think I'll include the comment that I intended to reply. So in my last video I shared with you, my audience, that of course life update, living in Namibia because I just relocated from abroad where I lived for 12 years. And though I should say from the last time I recorded that video, it's about 11 days ago to today, I don't know, for some reason I feel in the groove, you know. I feel solid in my relocation, right? Solid and like Africa, based in Africa, you know. So today, though I'm not talking about living at home and all of that, I want to share my sentiment, my own life experience, you know, the journey of wanting to be wanted, you know, the journey of looking for your crowd, the journey of looking for true friendship, the journey of embodying yourself with other people and becoming one, right? That can be in so many different ways, but today I want to share on the platonic way, which is exclusively talking on making friendship, whether it's in your 30s now, whether it's in your 20s, but I'm just going to share from an angle as a people pleaser, a person who used to want to perform so much so that people approve them. That is me, a recovering people pleaser. So today I'm wearing my African dress. I hope it's looking pretty on the camera, but on a serious note, I want to share that in this season, I don't have energy to make friendship, and I've actually rested from looking for friendship. But I have also discovered a new way of being around people who are completely so different from me, doing different things, and I feel that I'm home with them, you know. And then on the other hand, there's a level of friendship that I'm yearning for, but I'm just like, there's no progress on that. And so in this season of me relocating back home, I've really intentionally put a stop on me looking for friendship. And I feel, though I'm very much, my time is occupied with my creative work, but I just felt like, okay, it's a time to pause from friendship. And you know, in my 20s, I spent time making friends and trying to make really connection and trying to have people, you know. But I was a contributing factor for receiving fake love. Rosalia, I was a contributing factor for receiving fake love. What do I mean with that? I used to overperform in my friendship. Like if I'm in a friendship, I want to speak, I want to share, I like want to connect. Like that was me, like in my 20s. I can remember even when I was in high school, I used to fight so much for friendship as well, you know, like literally wanting. And at that time though, and when I was around 18, I was more fake, right? I was more fake and trying to show up in a way that it's like a mask, you know, like with a mask. I would never communicate and say you've hurt me. I would never say that I wanted to be a better friend. And even at that, I remember I lost friends in high school because even of that nature. Like one time I was communicating to my teacher. I wanted to communicate to my teacher, but instead of me going directly to my teacher, I was telling my friend to say it to the teacher, because me, I had this mask on of as a student who would never like stand up and say, this is wrong, teacher, you need to do it differently. So from that, I remember I lost a friend in that incident. But moving swiftly forward, I still continued wanting to make so many great friends. Like I have great friends. And by the way, this video is not like, if you're my personal friend, just go. Like this is really like for the YouTube community. You know, it's different when you show up online and in real life. Sometimes you have to have those boundaries and have just like, yeah. But I'm just sharing my journey on making friendship, right? So I was talking about me showing up fake in my friendship, and that contributed me creating fake friends, and also just contributed me to receiving fake love. I used to overperform in my friendship. I used to overgive. I used to overshare. Like I would be the one who want to say everything, all the details. And then when I overshare, for example, I leave a conversation feeling so tired and heavy because on the other hand, the person does not want to share. And then for me, that was like a scale and a gauging technique to say, oh no, she's so fake to me because she's not telling me the truth. But it's literally me wanting her to overstep her own boundaries, because me, I do not have boundaries. So in the past, I had so many loose boundaries, like oversharing, overgiving. And at the end of the day, especially when it comes to overgiving and oversharing and overperforming as well, that was one of my attribute of like me being in a friendship. Like I want to do so much for them, or I want to do so much for people, and then eventually it comes back in a way that I am not receiving the same level of performance, because obviously for me, I am overperforming. And the challenge now of that is now I'm in the season where I'm not making friendship and I'm not working on friendship. Oh my goodness, I'm sharing space, so yeah, I can't tell my family to keep quiet. By the way, I'm joking. I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna joke. I'm not gonna make that joke. So in this season of me not making friendship, I have making and working on friendship. Like the ones that I already have, I'm like working, like just keeping them in the level of just like equilibrium, like just keeping them at a level of like, we are good, I'm checking up on you, how are you doing, that's it. But me working so hard for friendship, I've just decided to cut myself out of that equation, because I've not succeeded with that, and so I could tell the reason why I've not succeeded with my friendship, because I was overperforming, I was overgiving, I was oversharing. I was like wanting people to be like me, when I'm in a relationship or friendship. I'm specifically speaking about friendship. When I'm in friendship, I feel like I want you to say the same level of, I want you to share the same way I'm sharing. I want you to connect with me, like deep connection, That is always my tagline of wanting deep connection. And I eventually realized that sometimes, instead of me looking for this type of friendship, why don't I build that friendship with myself? And right now, I'm at a place where I holistically try to live and also do actions that are more of creating another moment of silence for the boss of the house. So it's more like I'm at a place where I'm not really ready to wanting to give so much, and I want that to come back to myself. So giving back the time to me, giving back to all the resources back to me, and even that depth of relationship that I want with the world, I'm trying to create that depth with me. So what I do these days is like, obviously on my leisure time, it's more of going to places where it doesn't require me to overshare, and also just going to a place where it's not required for me to overperform. And that's where I'm at. And even in the friendships that I have right now, there's no need, there's no need for me to do anything literally, apart from me just showing up once in a while. And when we catch up, it's like, okay, I want to see, I'm leveling the level of me giving information as well, because I have the right to control what I give up, but I don't have the right on how another person contributes to me, like the person can also share with me, but I don't have the right to control how they share with me, right? So literally that's where I'm at. I feel friendship is one of the important part of me, like integral. I love good relationships, but I'm just like, I'm so tired, I'm so drained, and I don't have the energy. And I think also I have this high expectation of other people, expectation on how they show up, expectation on how they give me, because I know I can do that for the same for them, right? And expectation is one, like high, I'm gonna just read my notes. So expectation is one, having high expectation. And also I was mostly feeling unappreciated, or when I leave some friendship, I just feel so drained, or I would question like, why would the person say that, like it's my friend, like I call you but like bestie, but why would you say that to me? Why would you laugh like that? Or why would you share up? Those are things that used to go on over in my mind, And sometimes there's this thing that I realized later, obviously, as a person who wants to show up and share like, okay, I want to be like this is, and then there's just this element of growing apart in friendship. Like you're growing apart and it's like now you can't share everything, you cannot talk about everything. And for me, I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna be a loose friend, let me just be quiet, let me just not invest in friendship, you know. And yeah, there's a level of peace that I have right now that I can only accord it because I'm not entirely getting in places where I feel I'm underappreciated or there's just something like that, you know. And I knew that for a fact I used to have unrealistic expectation as well, just knowing that I want people to mirror the way I show up, you know. I want people to mirror the way I show up for them and all of that. And I think that was unrealistic because I just also want to let people be themselves when they're with me. So that's my journey of making friendship. I even don't know right now, especially now that I relocated home. I know I've spent like 10 years trying to make friendship, which I can entirely say a lot of them came and were left, you know. Right now I'm in a place where I do not know if I want to make friendship, especially in my local home country. I know they're great people, but I'm just also, especially in the industry of creativity, I do not know if I want to make friendship in that way because I do not want even to get in a place where, you know, when people, you're doing the same thing, when you're doing the same thing with another person, it will come out like, oh, we are now on competition. People have competition, people have toxicity, people have all these things. I know I'm not a toxic person, but I also know that I had unhealthy patterns of creating friendship and relationship around me. So right now I'm just at a place where I'm like, okay, fine. Let me just rest, you know, until when maybe it's just gonna be organic, or God is just going to put it in my line, maybe. But I'm also just so afraid to actually open up my heart to friendship. I'm afraid in that way. Because also people can be very close to you, but they're still very not happy for you. And on another hand is like sometimes it's not like the problem is not you, the problem is other people because they're not comfortable being like themselves or something like that. There's just so many elements to human relationships that I cannot comprehend right now, but I understand the complexity of creating friendship and relationships in that way. So this is my story, I believe, from as a people pleaser, as a recovering people pleaser, and a person who invested a lot in friendship. And right now I feel like I just do not have the energy for that. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful for people who came in my life, you know, who showed me different angles and different facades, who showed me that I could be a better friend, right, in that way. So obviously, people come in our lives and they create they create a world, a new world, because of them being part of our life. We learn from them, we learn from each other, we love each other, we like each other, but there's just that end. It just comes to an end and you just end up feeling like you're exhausted, but feeling also like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore, you know. So anyways, this is my experience with friendship. I hope I'll get confidence some other days in the future to create friendship, but this is my journey. And if you have anything to share, this video is gonna be crying, talking. I'm gonna do it because this is real life and this video needs to go up. Anyways, until my next video, stay humble, stay humble, stay what? Okay, I used to say a tagline, but now I entirely forget. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until my next video, bye. She's crying. Bye to you guys.